Hello and welcome to Is This Good? The show where we boldly, conclusively, and scientifically decide what things in this big wide world are good. I'm Matt Austin, and with me are three amazing panelists from No Dunks, Jay Skeets and Jason Doyle, and from the If I Were You podcast, the Buckets podcast, star of A Very Harold and Kumar Christmas, and Bobcat Goldthwait's Misfits and Monsters, filmed at Turner Studios in beautiful Atlanta, Georgia, the head chum at Head Gum, Amir Blumenfeld. Welcome.
Well, that was cool. Thank you. Yeah, I guess I was the star of all those things. You're right. As long as nobody else is here to tell you that you're wrong, that's correct.
Okay, perfect. Well, we did see you in Atlanta filming that thing. Was that accurate at least?
Yep, we shot part of it in Atlanta. That's correct. And then half of it was animated, so we just did VO stuff in LA.
Perfect. If you have topics for future shows, and
Matt,
we lost
I
your
can't
mic
hear
again.
you.
Give it a jiggle.
Jiggle your cords.
Okay, how about this?
There you go.
Hey.
That's better. You did
Okay,
it.
I'm going to try not to move. If you have topics for a future show, send them to me at StartersMatt on Twitter or email us at isthisgoodpod@gmail.com. Remember, you can also send in Settle This questions. That's where you need advice on a controversy in your life or a judgment on a topic. We will settle it. If you're watching live, be good and vote in the polls. Help us take the pulse of the people. And if you're listening today in the Is This Good feed, congratulations. You did the right thing. You are good. We have new feeds for Is This Good across all podcast platforms. If you're listening in the No Dunks feed, we just wanted to give you a bit more time to switch over, but subscribe now, and then you too can be good. Amir, the premise of the show is very simple. I'm going to give you a topic, and you tell me if it's good. How's that sound?
Classic. I love it. And I listened to the last few, so I'm caught up as well.
Okay, perfect. So here we
Hey,
go.
is this podcast going to be available on HeadGum?
That's a really good question. Are you guys independent podcasters? I thought you were attached to a network already. I have to talk to you guys about the underbelly, the business end of everything.
Oh, wow.
Amir, I'm going to get my agents on the phone with you right after this is over. Okay,
Let's add them to the StreamYard.
Okay, add them to the stream. Let's hope their mics work. Our first topic was suggested by Tom C. and Craig J., who ask, Vanity license plates, are they good? But first, a story. A couple weeks ago, I was in a strip mall that has a pharmacy and a grocery store. And as I'm in the car about to go, I see out of the windshield Amir Blumenfeld walking into the grocery store. And I have to make a split decision. Do I run out of the car and accost him in a parking lot? But he was pretty far ahead of me, and I figured I got some frozen things in the car. I'll let this one lie. So I back out, and as I'm driving out of the parking lot, I noticed that the car that Amir was walking out of had a Vanity license plate that said HeadGum. So what a perfect person to discuss this topic with. So Amir, Vanity license plates, are they good?
Obviously, I think so because I have one. Yeah, my Vanity plate says the name of this podcast network that I founded and work for. So it's like half marketing, half kind of like an ironic joke. But then as the more I think about it, I'm like, is it an ironic joke or do I just think it's fun and funny? Like the line is so blurred. I might as well just say that I do like Vanity license plates.
Okay, so for you, it's primarily a branding play, you would say?
Yeah, it's like, oh, you're driving, you see a HeadGum car. That's weird. What is HeadGum? Boom, I look it up. Or you already know what HeadGum is. And if you do, it's like, holy shit, I know that guy because he's on HeadGum and he's driving it. That's kind of insane.
Yeah, I guess could be you, could be Jake, though, so...
And it's unlike a bumper sticker or a tattoo where you're like completely in charge, you can do whatever you want. It's kind of fun to like use the DMV to like come up with a joke for you, which is kind of fun. Like they actually had to like print that official license plate wherever. We might have a spare one too, because I had to, every time you lease a car, you have to get a new license plate. So the one you saw is different than my old HeadGum license plate, but it's kind of fun.
Okay, well, do you ever wish that you had more anonymity in your car? Like, has it ever backfired on you, or you've done a questionable maneuver?
Oh, like a hit and run.
Yeah. So you basically murder a person.
Yeah.
Do you, in that scenario, do you wish they wouldn't be able to so easily identify you?
I have a separate car for vehicular manslaughter.
And
it's an earwolf, so it's like completely not tied to me at all.
Can't believe Scott Aukerman just killed a guy.
It's crazy.
Skeets, where are you on this one?
Well, it's fascinating you have HeadGum as the Vanity license plate because I was doing a little research in this, and I guess, sorry, Amir, I guess HeadGum is not big enough yet because some corporations and brands, they get shot down. They get straight up blocked. I guess here in Georgia, people tried to get Sprite and Geico and Atari, Mountain Dew, MTN, DEW. That's a pretty good one, actually. But you can't do it. But HeadGum, got past the censors there.
Yeah, we're less than Sprite, but more than, I would say more than Mountain Dew.
Yeah, I think so. You're in between Mountain Dew and Sprite. That's
But it is weird is there like somebody like can I do PU55Y, or would they be like, no, this is being flagged?
No, Amir, that's a great question. We're going to get to a game called Rejected Vanity License Plates in a second. A problem for me, so you use yours as branding, but do vanity license plates themselves have a branding problem? Because I don't like that the word vanity is in it. That's sort of, it's like it's one of the 7 deadly sins. So right there, I don't know. I don't want to be seen as vain, I suppose.
Yeah. You're so vanity plate. You probably think this, or you're so vain. You probably think this plate is about
there
you.
It is. There it is. You got there.
This is a workshop. Can you actually cut out the fact that I sort of stumbled at the beginning of that pun, but then figured it out? Yeah.
Okay. Also, cut out the part where my mic didn't work.
Yeah.
Actually, cut out the first 3 minutes. I think we're really finding a groove.
This is
Start
gold.
the episode with me saying PU55Y.
Okay, here we go. Everybody clap. Everybody record, and then we'll clap on 3 and start over. Okay. I am pro on vanity license plates, despite never having one, nor will I ever have one. Mainly just because I don't want to do extra work, because that is a part. You got to go fill this out online.
It's not easy.
Okay. It's not easy. And it costs some money too.
Yeah. I had to go to the DMV like twice, and it's like going to the DMV is like a bad situation, and to like do that twice and wait in line just to pick up a plate. But like to like get the envelope and pull out HeadGum was a pretty fun moment.
Okay, that would be fun. But I'm ultimately pro vanity license plates, or I think this is good, because if you are going to sit in traffic, especially for people that commute every day and maybe lengthy commutes at that, why not have a fun little chuckle from a car in front of you just while you're sitting there? You're not supposed to be on your phone. Hopefully you're listening to a podcast, either this one or something on the HeadGum network. But there's not a lot else to be going on. So you might read something and laugh to yourself, or at least ponder it, or hell yeah, look it up later. So I'm pro.
It might be a puzzle too. Like, ooh, what is AUTML? And you're like trying to figure it out.
Oh, there used to be a game in Canada, Canadian game show called Bumper Stumpers. Yeah. Where it was all what you just said, Amir. They would show you like a puzzle, like that would appear on a plate, and then the teams had to figure it out, spell it out, decipher it. Yeah. My dad was amazing at it for some reason. It was so weird.
That's the most Canadian show I've ever heard of.
You have no idea.
Entire program dedicated to just figuring out abbreviations.
I hated that show. I was so bad at it. And that's why I'm border. I do think they're good. We talked about bumper stickers a few weeks ago, and I was pro. I ended up on the pro side. I think on this, I'm good as well. I think they're good, but I don't like being perplexed and confused when I'm reading somebody's. Like, I have to be able to figure it out during the time that I'm stopped behind you. Otherwise, I'm following you for half a day trying to decipher it, or I have to take a picture and take it home, and it keeps me up at night because I really am bad at it. Like, I can't figure out what some of them are.
Do you want my dad to drive around with you everywhere?
Oh, that'd be great. I'd love that.
JD, well, let's see how bad you are. Let's see how good everyone is. So as we were talking about, the DMV has a strict policy when you put in an application. They reject anything that has sexual, racial, or profane meaning. And here's the key, even if it's unintentional. So for instance, someone did an application. They had 2 kids named Kyle and Sean, and they applied for a vanity license plate that said KYLSEAN. So Kyle and Sean, but it looks like Kill Sean.
Oh,
so nice. they rejected it. So I'm gonna show you a couple vanity license plates. Okay. I'm gonna tell you what the applicant said the reason for getting it was, and then you tell me why they rejected them. So these are all rejected. Okay, JD, can you put up the first one, please? So this is BLUEME. So Blue Me. The applicant said, "It's a sad time in my life, and my car is blue." So you tell me. I mean, all these are fairly obvious. Why did the DMV reject Blue Me?
Anybody can weigh in, or?
Oh yeah, no, there's no rules here.
Oh, it sounds like somebody sucked another person's dick.
Yep, that's
So,
correct, Amir. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just wrote BLEW, me. Verdict, no. Okay,
I
let's
mean,
get to the
that's
okay.
that's got a lot of the pieces to a Blumenfeld license plate right
Oh,
there.
that could be a nickname for me, Bloomy.
Bloomy.
Blooms, yeah.
JD, can you put up the next one, please? So this one says ITS LIT. It's lit.
Yeah.
The applicant said lit is a slang term which means good, amazing, etc. Why did they reject this? Anyone can answer.
Well, I imagine it's the slit.
JD, you said you were bad at this, JD. Look at you bumper stumpering.
They don't have slits on bumper stumpers, Matt.
Oh, they can't use profanity on Canadian television. Yeah. No one's ever sworn on Canadian television.
Any luck? How did you guys do the graphics? Is that an app that does it for you, or did you guys Photoshop it? It looks very accurate.
Amir, great question, because you'll see one that was photoshopped at the end, and you'll see it's noticeably worse. Yeah. These are real ones from an article that I found. It was a mere save, open image in new tab, save as, throw it into the Canva Pro, and here we are.
Solid.
Okay. All right, next one, JD. Okay, so here we go. DCKXTSN. Person wrote in, I am the extension of my dad. My father's name is Dick, and I was named after him. Why was this rejected? DCKXTSN. Wow.
Because you can't just go with straight up Dick extension?
Yeah, they just wrote, it says Dick extension. And then they added this, which made me laugh. Also, the customer's name is Brent.
So whose job is it to look over these at the DMV? That must be the most fun job at the worst place on earth.
Yeah. So this article is from LA Magazine. It was from 2018, and they said there was they called them 4 beleaguered bureaucrats sorting through all these. But I gotta say, they do a great job, or a terrible job if you want to see some lewd things written. All right,
the Dick extension, that sounds like a bullshit reason to me. Like they knew exactly what they were doing.
His name's Brent. It's the DMV. They know your name.
Name was Dick. His dad's name was Dick, right?
Yeah, but you've never said.
No, you said he was named after him.
Father. Like,
no,
in the common parlance. I am but an extension of my father,
and I need my plate to reflect.
I love the
Bob
idea,
extension.
I love the idea of seeing that on a massive pickup truck or a Hummer or like something that people would say you have a small dick. Like it's
right.
Great. Exactly. Shout out to that guy.
Giant vehicle is your dick extension.
That's exactly. This is my dick extension. I like that. It's self-deprecating humor, which I enjoy. It's like, yes, I know I'm driving a ridiculous car.
I feel like we need an actual scientific study about the big car, small dick situation, because that is a common thing. But let's see the data.
Yeah, I agree.
I also would say
let's see the dicks. Really?
Yeah.
Start with ours. I have a fucking Mazda. Here we go.
Amir, that's the third segment of the show where we all show each other our dicks. I would say we're more extensions of our mothers for what is an umbilical cord, but an extension cord.
You're right.
Well, I guess.
Okay, here we go. Next one, JD. This one says WELUVPS, and the applicant said, "We love Palm Springs."
Oh, come on.
Amir, I'm sure you've been to Palm Springs.
Yeah, it is fun there.
I'm sure you love it.
Yeah.
So what could possibly be wrong with "We love Palm Springs"? We love PS.
That one seems fine to me. Like I would let that. Like what are we worried about? That it sounds like we love PU55Y. Is that what they say?
Yep. It was a simple DMV said. Looks like we love pussy.
So that's pretty good of them to flag it then.
Yeah.
It could also be penis. We love.
True. Great point. Great point. JD, you should work. You should be the 5th beleaguered bureaucrat. You're very good at this game.
I would let all of them go.
Yeah, that's true. That's the problem. They show you. Yeah, they just show you one, and they're like, "Sorry, you failed." All right, last one here. JD, can you put it up? Okay, so here, this is the
Yes.
the poorly photoshopped one.
Let me get the real one, but yeah, okay, I'll show you. We'll discuss this one first.
So this one says HEADGUM, Headgum. The applicant said, I own a renowned podcast company called Headgum. DMV comments said, slang for giving a blowjob while chewing gum.
Wow.
Yeah, a gumpkin.
So, Amir, are you surprised they let this one through?
I'm surprised you let this through with how low res this image is.
I know.
but-
I had to find. Well, first of all, I cannot do Photoshop, so I had to find. I had to Google California license plate generator, and this might surprise you, but they're not spitting out high res images.
Yeah.
Weird.
You
You have to go pro.
Put that back
pro
up for a
account.
second, JD. It feels like I'm playing Rad Racer
Yeah, great call.
on Nintendo. The graphics, the 8-bit graphics, I guess.
Love
Let's
Red
go
Racer.
racing. Was like, what was that? Let's go racing. Okay.
Good pull. Good pull for those that get it.
The audio of those Nintendo games was like,
Oh.
boom. How is it even in there if it's so bad? We have 1 bit
That
of
was
data to give to this audio file. It has to be compressed to nothing.
That is true, because on the original Nintendo, they didn't even have a "It's a Me Mario." They didn't have the
No.
technology for
No.
"It's a Me Mario."
Remember Double Dribble on Nintendo? It was like, double do.
Shoots the pass.
It's basically like the audio version of license plates. It's
Right,
like,
exactly.
You gotta take
It's
out
low
like
res.
5 of the letters, super low
Yeah.
res. Yeah.
Oh,
Skeets, you want to tell us what the people say about
Oh
vanity
yeah.
license
I
plates?
got a poll here somewhere. I got to pull it up. Okay, the people. This is interesting. The people say vanity license plates, are they good? 54% say no.
that's a personal attack. I think they're just judging me. I don't know if I shouldn't represent all of vanity license plate. What's bad about them, I guess, is the real question. Yeah, what's your problem?
Yeah, I guess JD said that you don't understand them, so he's
Yeah.
confused while he's driving and reading them.
Well, I think
Yeah.
Matt hit on it as well. It's a bit like, who do you think you are? Vanity plates? Like,
The name. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. All right. 54% say no good vanity plates.
Oh, I'm sorry, my license plate is at 9843 CB9. That's better for you?
You know what? That's to bring up a good point of a pro for them. A lot of times, like, these apps now where I got to put in my parking, like Park Mobile or something like
That's
that.
a great
The first
point.
time you do it and you're like, it asks for your license plate. I don't know what my license plate is. Like, yeah, some random
Yeah.
collection of numbers and letters. Yeah, Headcom. Pretty damn easy to remember. Boom.
Yeah.
Boom.
Jake and I once joked that we should do an Amber Alert, steal a child, and it was like it buzzes on everybody's phone. It was like, we're looking for a car license plate Headcom. Wow. Everybody in the city is talking about my business. All I have to do is take an 11-year-old.
Amir, that's what the earwolf car is for. Okay.
It doesn't take bad publicity.
Okay, our next topic comes from Scott B, who writes in, my friend group had a huge debate between wiping while sitting versus wiping while standing. I assumed the only way to wipe was while sitting and leaning forward, but I was shocked to find that 4 people in my 9-person friend group stand to wipe. So standing to wipe, is this good? Also, a 9-person friend group, is that good? All right, Amir, you got first dibs at this one. Standing to wipe, is it good?
This one's very cut and dry for me. First of all, I'm team bidet all the way. So if you
yeah.
haven't purchased a bidet on Amazon, spend that $39 and change your life forever.
Toilet
Secondly-
bidet or dedicated bidet?
I have an extension, an add-on, a
Attachment.
dick extension of sorts. Yeah. But you can go full toilet as a bidet as well. That's cool. That being said, if you are going to wipe old school style, which seems kind of antiquated at this point, to stand to do it is absurd. It's wild. It's terrible. It's not physically possible. Like, it closes your cheeks and smears everything in a bad way. You have to sit down. You have to lean forward. That's why toilet seats are angled like this, so that it spreads your, I'm sorry to go blue, but your asshole. It has to spread your asshole so you can get in there. For you to stand, it's like you guys are shutting a safe, and it's like you have to clean the back of it. It's like, I can't quite get there because I'm standing. Don't stand to wipe, sit to wipe, and then ultimately get a bidet as well.
Also, where did you buy that safe? Because it's open in the back, so that's not good for storing your.
And there's
valuables.
shit smeared on the back. Not around Craigslist.
Got it from a pawn shop.
One thing I'm curious about, as I was sort of reading about this debate online, it does seem about 30% of the population does stand to wipe. But when you sit to wipe, do you do between the legs and inward, or around the back and upward?
Around the back.
And upward, I assume.
Up and Adam. I don't even understand what standing to wipe is. I don't like, nobody teaches you how to wipe. It's kind of a learned behavior. So like everybody just does whatever they want, and then they find out later if it's normal or not.
Right.
Not unlike masturbating. But I don't understand why you'd come up with standing to wipe. Like, why is that ever an option for you?
Well, let me tell you why. Because I'm a stander. I'm a proud stander.
Wow. I was hoping
100%.
someone would have the courage, the
100%.
bravery to stand up.
He's a bystander.
Yeah. I'm an innocent bystander. I'm an innocent ply stander.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm an innocent two-ply stander. I don't know. There's something there. But my counter to you, like with the closing of the butt cheeks, not at all, in fact. Because last time I checked, when you stand, you can lean forward. You can open up the safe, to use your words. And that's placement of legs. That's a lot of things. But
So it's
the
more of a
obstruction
squat?
of the toilet seat is what gets me with you sitters. And it was interesting you brought up, like, what angle are you going in, Matt? That thing is getting in your way. Your ass is taking up a lot of the space.
I do have to stop you because you said leg position. Does that, are we to
Can we
believe
see
that
it?
you're?
Can we see it? Like, what's going on?
Yeah,
Let's
give
just
us a little,
a side angle. That
Can we
pretend your chair is the toilet, and then let's see what you're standing up and doing. Because I'm really confused
I'm
about.
not putting my right foot up on the sink or anything like that. But it's not like
Like you're a
I'd like
boss
to see
coming
what
over
this
to
Go
idea
someone's
that I'm
cubicle?
standing like a pencil and can't get to my ass crack doesn't make any sense.
So what are you doing? I'd like to see what angle your body is at. Are your legs straight and you're like?
I have to take
Are
a
you
real
bowing?
Um,
You can take the headphones off if it helps.
stop talking. No, it's just like, it's not much different, I guess, than what you guys are saying. Like, you're leaning forward on the toilet, but you're just leaning up to get a better angle to get to the remnants on my ass crack.
So it's almost sitting. You're sort of squatting and hovering above. The
Yes,
seat.
I think that's a better way to put it. Yeah,
Got it.
yeah, and it's I think, like you said, like, it's just one of these weird things that, like, you learn and then you find out later. Like, we're finding out now. It's like, oh, I'm the only one of the group here, but it's because I'm like, I almost want to ask my mom, like, are you and dad standers? Am I an extension of my?
Is it genetic? Is it a genetic thing? Because I guess your parents wipe your ass for like the first
right.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
are taught at a certain point to, hopefully you're taught to use the toilet and then obviously do the wipe and stuff. It's like, how are you taught in that instance? Does that stick with you the entire time?
Well,
I'm
when
gonna
you're-
text my mom.
when your parents are doing it, they
for the first
probably-
time in a year.
Your parents probably ask you to stand when they are wiping your butt. Am I wrong, JD?
I mean, I've taught two humans how to wipe their ass. And it was one of the most harrowing things that I've had to teach them, including teaching my older son to drive now. It was worse teaching him to wipe his ass because there was just so much room for disaster, he'd grab like the paper, I'd be like, roll it up. And I'm a sitter, for the record, sit between the legs. I don't go.
Oh, you're
Yeah.
you like to get that shit as close to the balls as possible.
That's exactly right.
Isn't there a little situation between your legs? You got to go like around the D and B.
That's yes.
Dave and
That's-
Buster's?
Yeah, the Dave and Buster's.
You
You
gotta
got to
go
avoid the
right,
Dave and
go past
Buster's.
the Dave and Buster's.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's fine. It's fine. I just wipe until I don't see anything anymore. But I have a bidet as well, so it's very clean.
We're getting some pushback in the comments. Some people are calling Skeets a leaner, not a stander.
I mean, that's standing though.
If
If my butt comes off of the toilet,
Even an inch?
I'm standing.
Yeah.
That's
Or are
literally
you
not
squatting?
the definition of standing.
What are you talking
a
about,
squat, and when you go to the gym and someone says do a squat, that's what you're doing, and then they say
So
at the end
I'm
of the
air
squat,
sitting. I'm like not.
yeah. Well, it sounds like it.
Hold on. You're saying
How high what
We
angle
still
is
need
your
to see the
body at?
reenactment. We haven't
this
seen
is
the
why you guys
reenactment.
have it.
No.
This is in your head. You think standing means the person is standing straight up in front of the toilet seat while they try and wipe their butt.
That's what standing is.
No, nobody's wiping their ass like that. No.
We need to see
they are
what
removing
the angle of
themselves.
your back is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Will you show us the angle of your back? Is it almost 180 degrees when you're wiping? Is it
off.
close to? Okay.
Put a protractor against your asshole.
Should have compass for once.
I don't know if you can hear me.
Okay.
Yeah, we can hear you.
And while you're up there, let's just do the part of the podcast where you show us your dick, because it'll just be a
A little 2-for-1 action.
Hold on, let me show you my car first. It's a Chevy Trax. Okay. What am I doing here? Oh yeah,
Well, you don't have to hold the
Standing
mic.
to wipe your ass.
We really just need to see your
You need to
body.
hear me. Okay.
He's
All
put the
right.
mic down. I will narrate for
All
people
right.
that are listening.
Just the angle. Right now,
So
we're
far
at
he's
what?
sitting. So far he's sitting.
Okay, I
This
think
is
my
100. Yeah.
He's grabbing the toilet paper.
Oh,
He
that's
is-
almost 90 degrees. That's almost 90 degrees.
That's a stand.
That's a
That's a
100-degree
stand.
angle.
It's a fucking stand.
I think that's a stand.
It's a stand for sure. That
Yeah.
I'm not like this. No one's like
Bowing.
this. No one's
Not
doing
vertical.
that.
Fully vertical is unprecedented. But you're almost at 90 degrees.
I would
because
say
I'm trying to
Amir, he's more mid shma. That's only for Amir, but like
He's
a-
davening.
He's davening. It's a little prayer. Okay, what are the people saying, Skeets?
The people. Let's see what the people are saying. Okay, is it good to stand when you wipe, or at least to lean, or to levitate a little off your toilet seat?
Time to lean, time to clean.
57% say no.
Not good.
Not good.
Yeah.
So there's but that actually, didn't you say it's like basically 3 out of 4 people deuce?
No, I said 3 out of 10.
Well, so I meant I meant 3 or 4 out of 10 people.
Yeah,
because I saw a couple metrics on this too.
it's not dentists recommending a toothpaste. It's not
Right,
3 out of 4.
right. Okay, so this is spot on. I mean, at least according to the people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The main problem for standing for me is I just don't trust that there's not just something clinging on that's just going to make a break for it while I'm standing up. You know what I
What?
mean?
Well, yeah, but you don't know if there's crap still coming.
I just
or
don't trust
hanging?
it. I'm 99% sure, but that's not enough. That's not enough. I need to be 100% sure before I'm standing up.
Okay. Look, we figured it out. Next topic. Halloween's coming up on Monday, so I ask you, leaving an unattended bowl of candy outside for trick-or-treaters, is this good? So you get to your porch, there's just a big bowl of candy, maybe with a little sign that says "Take one," and you're not interacting with anyone. Amir, is this good?
I mean, it's not great. Ultimately, you do want to see the whole spirit of the holidays that you open the door, they yell it. They don't get.
Exactly.
You're sort of you're depriving the kids of the one part of the holiday, which is yelling trick or treat. So in that way, I'll have to go not bad, but slightly not bad, or sort of slightly not good.
What if you're not home?
That's also kind of weird. Where are you?
I'm at a Halloween
You're
party.
just at a freaking Denny's. You're at a diner eating on October 31st. You're avoiding the kids.
Bring a handful of scrambled eggs to the trick-or-treaters.
Take one clump. Sadly, I live in a neighborhood that doesn't have a lot of like trick-or-treaters, so I don't even get to do the bowl or the seeing the kids. I just sort of have to like hear about it on social media. But I would think if you are in a neighborhood where kids are coming by, you got to let them up to your house.
Okay, so do you live in a place that has street access, like directly to your? You do, and no one comes by.
Yeah, I think I'm just in a hilly neighborhood that there's not a lot of like young kids who live there.
Okay. Skeets, where are you on this one? I know I've been to your house, so
Yep.
I assume you have trick-or-treaters.
Not a lot. See, my
Really?
issue is I'm on a dead end. That's
same.
That's
a
the
brutal-
scariest place to trick-or-treat. Dead
well,
end. Ooh.
Yeah, but it's also like you're not maximizing your night on a particular dead end street, right? You're only going in and you're coming out the same way. I mean, I guess you can hit both sides of the street, but not a lot down here. So not a lot of kids. But we've done the bowl outside. It's like one of two things. If I'm not home, if we are not going to be home, people do go out on Halloween. They go to parties and such. It's like, are we doing the lights off, shutter down, like we're what's his name, John Tafferty or something? Or are we leaving at least a little treat for the rare people that are coming around? And we've done that. I don't really have an issue with this at all. I think if you're home, you should be attending to the door. You should be putting in the work. Like you said, half the fun, seeing the costumes and getting the trick-or-treats and this is fun, the exchange. But if you're not home, then I don't have an issue with leaving it, I guess.
And JD, where are you on this one?
I am 100%. It's good. I have done this when I've been home by myself. The kids were out of town, and I have no interest in seeing anybody else's kids in their cute little costumes. But I also want to provide something for them. So if you dare to come up to my darkened house with no pumpkin, you will be rewarded with a treat if you want to take
with
one,
as much as you want to take.
Fucking take as much as you want.
Yeah,
I don't care. I don't want to participate in that. I will be I'll be inside watching something on my television, not participating.
Okay, well,
so Matt, it's good.
Now we know why your vanity license plate says curmudgeon. I actually forgot I forgot to mention that. We once joked that JD's vanity license plate should say curmudgeon, but the way we spelled it, it looked like cum dragon.
That's pretty good. That would not get through.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that get through. I'd like to introduce a phrase for everyone that's giving out candy this year. Control the bowl. Okay. If you just put it out there, exactly like Amir said, you're losing interacting with the trick-or-treaters. They're not getting to say trick-or-treat and learning a lesson on how to be polite and interact with strangers. And they're not getting the affirmation of saying like, oh, you look amazing, you look so cute, or what is that costume, or oh, are you a big Spider-Man fan? That's the whole point of the holiday. We're already like, we're not going to bank tellers anymore. We're using ATMs. Okay, this is the Andy Rooney section of the podcast.
Right.
We're not interacting with people. So we can't have Halloween go from being a communal neighborhoody event to just basically a candy ATM. That's where I stand.
I hear what you're saying.
What about this though, Jake here in the stream team? This is great to leave the bowl unattended. Kids, small kids, they take one each. And then later at night, when the kids are asleep, the preteens take the bowl. Everybody's satisfied. Candy's gone. Mean you don't eat it.
They steal the bowl?
Well, no, he's saying, the young kids, they're only taking one. They're kids. It says take one. They're going to follow the rules for the most part. Maybe two. Ooh.
Yeah, they usually have a parent controlling them as well. Yeah.
But then the 14-year-olds and the 15-year-olds, they swing by later, and it's like, they just dump the rest in. But who cares? The night is done. You were just going to eat the candy anyway, Matt. They did you a favor.
I will say, if you're on the fence about something, extrapolate it out to everybody doing it. Would it ruin like the entire event? And if everybody just left a bowl out, I think that would ruin Halloween. So if you're on the fence about it, it seems like you want to err on the side of having people come up to your door.
Okay, Skeets, what are the people saying on this one? Because the people are the ones that are trick-or-treating.
Yeah, look, these have been tight results for all of these questions here. So this is a great batch, or maybe just great.
We're just so divided. Divided as
a is this good?
So true, so true.
Leaving an unattended bowl of candy outside for the trick and treaters. 54% say no, just ticked up to 55% say no. It's
okay, good. We're still living in a society, so that's good to know. Amir, are you going out for Halloween this year? Do you have a costume?
I'm a pretty lazy Halloween goer outer. My girlfriend's always like, let's do this, and the makeup and the wigs. I don't like wearing makeup. I don't like wearing wigs. I don't like I feel like claustrophobic and all that stuff. So all my costumes are like, I'll put on a Lionel Messi jersey and hold a soccer ball, or I'll hold a tennis racket tonight. Like that's the extent of my Halloween going out.
If you are just listening and you don't know what Amir looks like, Google him, because him with a Messi shirt on, that's pretty good. It's pretty good.
I do get Messi even without the jersey, and in the jersey, it's very close.
Wow,
cool.
It's cool because he's the GOAT, but it's not cool because you want to also look like Ronaldo a little bit and not just Messi. So,
well, you got to have the shirt off for that, I think.
Yeah.
All right, we got to go to a break, but on the other side, we're going to get to settle this and help someone out who's trying to convince his girlfriend to move into his haunted mansion.
Yeah, guys. So I had my buddy Derek staying with me a couple weeks ago. Put him up in Jackson's room. Normally, I'd feel kind of bad about putting a dear friend in child's room. Jackson, 14 years old. I don't know how to describe it. Maybe picture a jam space at the bottom of a hotel laundry chute, and that's what is just completely piled high with dirty laundry. Anyways, underneath all that mess is a king-size bed with a Helix Midnight Luxe mattress on it. So, at least, I thought Derek would be comfortable. Yeah. Well, in the morning, Derek, he appears in the kitchen, and I say, "So, how'd you sleep?" He's like, "Yeah, fine. Yes, good. Yeah, thanks." I'm like, "What? That's a Helix Midnight Luxe you slept on." He's like, no, it's great. A little soft for me." And then it hit me. That mattress is for me. I took the Helix sleep quiz, so it's perfect for me, but not for him. He likes it a little firm. He likes it harder. Stiff, if you will. A Helix Sleep is a premium mattress brand that offers tailored mattresses based on your unique sleep preferences. The Helix lineup includes 14 unique mattresses, including a collection of luxury models, a mattress for big and tall sleepers, and even a mattress made just for kids. I took this Helix sleep quiz and found my perfect mattress in under 2 minutes. Honestly, I might as well have just thrown down a piece of cardboard and an old towel for our Uncle Derek, because it just wasn't the mattress for him. JK, he loved it, even though it was a little soft for him. Not only is the mattress the best I've ever slept on, but the setup was fast and easy. Helix mattresses are delivered in a box straight to your door for free, and it's really fun to watch it just unfurl before your eyes. Plus, Helix mattresses are American-made and come with a 10 or 15-year warranty, depending on the model. You get to try it out for 100 nights, risk-free, and if you don't love it, you will, but if you don't, they'll pick it up for you and give you a free refund. Helix is offering up to $200 off all mattress orders and 2 free pillows for our listeners. Go to helixsleep.com/noducks. With Helix, better sleep starts now.
Welcome back to Is This Good? JD, it's time to settle this. When people need help navigating life's biggest decisions, when they're lost, confused at a crossroads, they seek our wise counsel, and we deliver an airtight verdict. JD, if you wouldn't mind throwing up today's question, it says, "Hey guys, after the pandemic, I moved into our empty family home, which has been passed down for many generations. The upside, I don't have to pay rent, and the house is huge. It's 2 stories with an attic, 5 bedrooms, and a big garden. The downside is that the house is very old. The grandparents of my grandparents also lived here, and there is a plot of land in the backyard where all my ancestors are buried. Every time I invite my friends over, they tell me they see strange things in the house. When my girlfriend stays over, she feels like someone is looking at her, even when there's no one around. Even my sister thinks the place is haunted. I've been living here for 2 years and have been visiting since I was a kid and have never seen or felt anything weird. Last month, I asked my girlfriend to move in, but she told me she'd only accept if we get a new place. I prefer she move in with me since it's free and really big. Should I just move out, find another place, and pay rent? Or should I keep trying to persuade her to move into this house, knowing it might jeopardize our relationship?" And I couldn't be more excited to have Amir here because he hosts the If I Were You podcast, which is an advice podcast. So he is a professional at giving advice. What would you tell John from the Philippines about trying to get his girlfriend to move into his haunted mansion?
Well, this one is a tough one because you have one vision in your mind about what's going on in this house. And then he says, John from the Philippines. And it's like, oh my God, this house is in the Philippines. I can't even possibly imagine what that would entail. Like, what if I was going to be like, there's no such thing as a haunted house. But then it's like, well, maybe, I don't know, it's the Philippines, anything. What if there are haunted houses in the Philippines? Ultimately, I have to err on the side of living in a place for free. I mean, that's the biggest financial asset one can have. You live at home, which is like, you have to still live with your parents, but you ultimately suck it up because you're not paying any rent. This guy gets the house and doesn't have to live with anybody. I mean, you got to go for that. You got to do that. And I think the girlfriend will ultimately get over it. If the place is actually haunted, I might have to reconsider. But as of now, I've never seen an actual haunted house.
I mean, I agree. I mean, I would say since ghosts aren't real, but rent is real, that you should live there. I will tell you one thing that made me a little suspicious about this email.
Mm-hmm.
John's talking about how big this house is, how amazing this house is. He says, the house is huge. It's 2 stories with an attic, 5 bedrooms, and a big garden. Why are you mentioning the attic? If this house is so big, why are you pointing out the tiniest, smallest, scariest part of it? I mean, if you have 5 bedrooms, is an attic that much of a selling point? It seems like there's plenty of storage space.
It is if you're a ghost and you want to live somewhere. Yeah.
It's the third floor. The third floor is the most haunted part of a house. You never
Yeah.
see just like a duplex that's haunted. It's always like a house that's a little bit bigger.
Yeah. Ghosts like heat rise.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. I have a haunted 2-bedroom apartment. That never happened.
Never.
Right.
That could happen.
Amir, let me ask you this. Do you think it's legal in California to bury someone on your property? That's another thing that struck me. I mean, again, I was reading, I was like, okay, everyone in your family that's passed away is buried in your backyard. I have to admit that is spooky, but it is the Philippines. So I wondered, is it legal to bury someone in my backyard, providing I haven't murdered them?
I think it is illegal to bury someone in your backyard. Final answer.
Okay, since we're in California, that is correct. But California is one of only 3 states where it's illegal. Indiana, California, and Washington. That's why I will only live in Indiana, California, or Washington.
Beats, we definitely have people buried in our backyards here.
Oh, yeah.
We must.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just at a party like in the neighborhood the other day, and they like someone out of nowhere is telling me, "Oh, did you hear about the guy that's dead in a car in this ravine by us?" And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" They went on to tell this like crazy story about this guy fell asleep at the wheel, and he just like drove like through this property and like down this ravine. It's like basically it's my backyard. It's like, past my fence, but right there. And I'm like, "Whoa, that's crazy." And they're like, "Yeah, they could never find him. They just left it down there."
What?
So at night, if you listen very carefully, you can hear a honking.
All right, let's just fucking go on to the next question. You're freaking me out, man.
And the guy is saying, "Come get my Vanity license plate at least off the car. It says come dragon." Anyway, to weigh in on John's problem here, people in the stream team are freaking out that he's got an attic. Apparently, they don't have those in a lot of houses in the Philippines.
Oh, wow.
So maybe that is, I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe this is it sounds like a mansion, this place. Sounds very big. But I do have this weird thought about this email, and I want your take on it, guys. Would you feel almost offended? Like, everybody else is seeing ghosts. Everybody's spooked in this house. They're seeing things, blah, blah, blah. They're hearing things. Nothing from John. In a way, like, aren't you bummed if you're John? And you're like,
you want to hear shit?
Like, a little bit. It's like, why is everybody else getting in all the, well, not fun, but the terror? And he's got nothing. He's like,
he is the ghost.
Don't you get it?
Oh my God.
Don't you get it? He doesn't love his girlfriend. This is his way to push her away.
Guys, I told you,
no
Shyamalan endings on my podcast. Okay? That's
John in the Philippines. That guy died 10 years ago today. It's impossible.
What about, this is sort of made me think of this. And JD, maybe you could answer this. Would you buy a murder house, aka a house in which someone has been murdered?
We know what a murder house is.
Yeah, that's a great question. I probably would.
At a discount, or would it just be?
Oh,
fair
yeah. Would be a heavy discount.
We have friends that did that.
Really?
Well, murder on their street. Murder a Jace.
Murder on the beat.
Yeah, I think something went down on their street, a murder.
Yeah, but that's fine. The ghost can't enter if it died outside. That's a rule.
Yeah. You lock your doors, yeah.
I mean,
it kind of depends on if the killer is still at large.
Yeah, but anyway, they got their house on it.
I heard the killer's dead at the bottom of a ravine.
Just honking away.
Presumably, all of the ghosts in John's house are his family anyway, right? Like,
yeah. It's an extension of him, really.
Yeah.
Or he's an extension of them.
And the reason they're there, the unfinished business, is that they never told John they loved him.
That's awesome.
So they got to make peace with that.
So now they just have to hang out in the house and watch him have sex with his girlfriend for the rest of his life. Maybe that's why his girlfriend has a problem. I don't know. Like maybe it's just ridiculous to me. Honestly, John, maybe have a good look at your girlfriend and say, is this worth it? Because I could be living in a mansion. And what happens to the house? Like it sounds like selling it. It doesn't sound like it's an option. It's like a generational house. So
Yeah.
it's like, get over it, move in with me, or I'll find somebody else who wants to move in with me.
Yeah, with all the money they're saving on rent, do you know how high their stage budget could be? They could be cleansing that place.
That's right. I mean, you must be able to get like some sort of exorcism, or there must be ghost busting type people, psychics that they could bring in to cleanse the house. The poltergeist lady, bring her in.
Jason Reitman, if you're listening, okay, that's your next Ghostbuster sequel. You got to head to the Philippines.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
So it seems like in the Settle This, we're all saying take the free rent, deal with the ghost.
Right.
Well, yeah, if you don't believe in ghosts, then you're definitely going to say
that. Okay, sorry.
Well, I mean, there's no ghosts, man. It's a spooky. It sounds like you live in a fucking spooky looking house. Clean it up. That's what I would do.
Yeah, a lot of it is just dust. You open a book off the shelf.
Yeah.
There's also, he didn't mention a basement. Basements are way scarier than attics, in my opinion.
Interesting.
Okay, well, don't dust the books because you might hit one and it will open the secret passageway.
That's another room, man. That's another room.
This 5-bedroom house just went to 6 bedrooms, found a secret stairway.
plus an ADU in the attic. All right, it's time to get to the final segment of the show. It's time for subjective trivia. Yes, it's subjective trivia. It's just like regular trivia, except only I know the answer. As always, I have written it on the back of this card, so you know that I'm not cheating. Again, as we mentioned earlier, Halloween's coming up. According to Google Trends, these are the top 10 most searched costumes this year, and this is in order of popularity. So going from the top, most popular to least popular, most searched for Halloween costumes of 2022. Witch, Spider-Man, Dinosaur, Stranger Things.
These categories we're gonna have
a bit vague. Fairy, Pirate, Rabbit, Cheerleader, Cowboy, Harley Quinn. So again, Witch, Spider-Man, Dinosaur, Stranger Things, Fairy, Pirate, Rabbit, Cheerleader, Cowboy, Harley Quinn. So I need you to tell me, which of these dog shit costumes is the best?
Oh, interesting. Wow. I would say the best costume, sort of unrelated, is taking two of them and combining them, like Rabbit Pirate or something. You got a dinosaur cheerleader. That's a good costume.
That's good. Yeah, tiny little arms trying to cheer. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, Cowboy Harley Quinn. So you're asking us just which one of these is the best one?
Is the best, yeah.
Yeah.
Now you could look at it like if you had to pick one of these, which one did you pick? And we'll see if we match up.
So Matt, you do think all of these are garbage, you said?
Well, I think that there's one salvageable one in the mix here.
So that's the one we got to figure out.
And this is something that you would wear. You would
I would wear this proudly.
Now, would you buy the costume or make the costume?
Well, see, okay, I want you to factor in how easy this costume is to put together.
Oh,
okay.
Like Amir said, we're lazy.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to give you all my reasons now.
Okay.
Yeah, my first inclination is cowboy.
Okay.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
but we've seen him get very excited about dressing in a cowboy outfit.
Oh, do we have the photo of him as a cowboy?
I wish.
This guy, I've never seen someone happier to wear a cowboy outfit than Matty O, dressed in all white in San Antonio. Damn. Yeah, it's a great photo. We'll have to share it on our Twitter accounts or something.
You really just need the hat. You really just need to buy the hat. Everything else you could sort of tailor together with. Maybe you have the boots that you bought once and never wear.
Right. Jeans, flannel shirt, or some sort of button-up shirt, snap button. Yeah, that's... Cowboys are cool. I mean,
it's
right?
Classic too. Like it's not Stranger Things. Like, all right, what is that? Like that's too topical. It seems.
Yeah, he's gonna smoke a cigarette while he's dressed as a cowboy too. He's gonna have that excuse.
Cigarello.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
I'm putting the list back up because I want to see it.
Okay. Yeah, I think. I mean, I'm with Amir. I'm leaning towards cowboy. All these other ones, I'm just not. Yeah, pirate maybe, but you can. Is it easier to find an eye patch or a cowboy hat?
Pirate also feels, you got to wear the eye patch, which is not comfortable. You got to have a
Yeah,
bunch of shit draped off you.
yeah. You're right. Cowboy's just like you're sort of like I'm basically like you could dress like this all the time for all we know,
Right.
Yeah.
Okay,
All right,
JD,
so
are you
give
all
me
right
your
with that?
answer.
We're going with cowboy then.
Yeah, let's go with cowboy.
Yeah. Let's go with cowboy.
God damn, you guys are good. The answer is cowboy.
Yeah. Well done, team.
Okay. I mean, let's go through it. You get to wear jeans, which are comfortable and you already have them.
Yep.
People can see your face, which is
Oh,
good for conversing, but also especially if you're single and going to a Halloween party.
okay.
You get to wear a cool hat, a cool shirt that you can then wear in other situations if you don't already have one. Like a Western shirt with jeans just looks good. Facial hair agnostic. Some costumes you can only wear if you have facial hair. Some costumes you can't wear if you have facial hair. Cowboy can go both ways. A bolo tie. It's unisex. You could be a cowgirl, and you could do a fun accent if you want.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
So, I mean,
What about the boots? Did you mention the boots?
Oh yeah.
I mean, sure. Boots. I mean, like if you have a desert boot, I think you could pull it off with that. If you want to go and get cowboy boots.
No, come on.
Okay.
You're not wearing a desert boot as a cowboy.
Urban cowboy.
Urban cowboy.
Halloween. You went from hating Halloween to just critiquing the shoe choice of a full costume. You got to be
I
either
hate
in or out.
Halloween. I hate trick-or-treaters, not Halloween. I love Halloween.
Isn't trick-or-treaters 52% of Halloween?
Well, the other 48% I'm 100% into.
All right. Well, that's the answer. And that's the show. If you have topics, tweet them to me at StartersMatt or email us at isthisgoodpod@gmail.com. Amir, do you have anything to promote?
Oh,
Yeah.
He's showing us the real Vanity license plate. That's actually really nice looking.
It looks
California
great.
has a beautiful license plate too. That top part there.
Pretty
It
cool.
Could you hold it still so I could screen grab and use for the next Photoshop?
Why do you have two of them?
So there's front and back, and then I had to get a new license plate. So I went with the classic black and yellow version of this. So this is the old version.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Very cool.
That's
So
gorgeous.
the black and yellow one is actually attached to my car. This is from the last car.
We gotta
And
get
yes, it
a we gotta get a no dunks one, Phil.
Yeah.
That's right. That works. That's seven letters. That's another good thing about the headgum. It's like it was the perfect fit.
Is 7
So I-
max? Yeah.
In California, yeah.
Yeah.
Some states are 6.
Mm,
I don't know what it is in
Okay.
GA.
There's do you have anything to promote besides your Vanity license plate?
Oh, just headgum. Check it out.
Okay.
There's lots of podcasts on this network. There's some sports. There's some Dungeons and Dragons. There's some funny comedy stuff. The Doughboys, the newcomers. There's something for everybody. Just go to headgum.com to check it out.
Nice.
All right, Skeets.
Yeah, the NBA season in full swing here. I just listened to a little Buckets, Amir podcast with Billy, right?
That's right.
Skaffer?
Yeah. Yeah.
It was very good. So, no dunks every day, 10 o'clock. Join us live on YouTube. We flip it into a podcast available everywhere except for Stitcher.
You're already making it sound like we're in the middle of the grind, which I guess we are. But
We
it's only
are.
been 2 weeks.
We're doing 10 shows a week and 100 other shorts right now a week. So, yeah, we're in the grind, baby, and I'm loving it. I'm built for this.
Okay, fine. I get it. You don't want to come on the show. Relax.
No, it was an honor to show you how I wipe my ass.
Yeah, we needed you here today.
Yeah. Thank God I was here. It would have been no debate at all. A bunch of weird sitters just trying to get to your ass crack, trying to get through that little gap at the back where your pasty skin is in the inch to the plastic of the toilet seat.
That's why you got to go between the legs.
That's right. You got to wipe like Amir's
Sure.
license plates front and back.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right, I have something to promote. Subscribe to the new Is This Good feeds. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube. Follow us on Instagram at Is This Good Pod and rate and review us so people you can help people find the show.
Sweet.
Amir, thanks so much for coming.
Thank you for
thanks
having
for
me.
listening. Oh, sorry, I stepped on your thanks. Do you want to do it? We can get that clean.
Yeah, that's
So
fine,
let's just
whatever.
start over again. Okay, let's clap it up in 3, 2, 1.
Okay, so JD, just cut in on thanks for listening. 3, 2, 1. Thanks for listening. For everyone, I'm Matt Austin, and this was good. We'll see you next week.
Okay, I'm recording that.
Stay. Ooh,